nobody's perfect, and even the Band 7 from Huawei does have its faults. So in this particular video, we'll describe 5 major faults of the Band 7 as opposed to its prior model. Let's do it.
If you're new to Wesknows Tech News and Reviews, we talk about the latest tech news. We do brutally honest reviews and share hacks and tricks along the way.
The most important fault, as I see it, with the Band 7 is that it's 25% more expensive than the prior year's model. But usually when things are more expensive and it's a new model, you will expect some kind of improvements, changes for the better, maybe a couple of facelifts. Well, that's what you're told that this band brings. But really, if you go into the details, that's not quite what you're getting. So here we'll discuss 4 more reasons or 4 more faults of this tracker. Let's do it. First of all, let's look at the tracker's face, because this is what you'll be looking at most of the time when using the fitness tracker. So what you get here, 1.47-inch AMOLED display, 194 by 368 pixels, popping out 286 ppi. That sounds great. Well, it is great. This is a great display. But hey, last year we had the exact same display. It's an exactly the same AMOLED panel. There's been no improvements in regards to brightness. It's still just 500 nits. It's still 1.47 inches. So where are these improvements? Now, of course, you do get always on display now. Okay, but where's auto brightness? You don't get that. Okay, what about an actual gauge to move your brightness levels, to have more than just 5 settings, which you get on the Band 7? You don't have that. So I think this is a major fault. This is the display you'll be looking at. This is what you're essentially paying for. Well, we'll talk about the features and functions coming up next. But this face is basically the same as you had last year. So why are we overpaying? Let's keep going. If you listen to all the marketing claims about the design features of this tracker, well, yeah, you get a bit more colors, but most importantly is that it's ever so thin at just 9.99 millimeters. Well, yeah, sounds great, but really it's just 10 millimeters. If you compare it to the prior year's model, it's thinner by just 1 millimeter. But it's not as simple as that. Let's look at the dimensions of the tracker of this one and the prior year's model. So the prior year's model had dimensions 43 by 25.4 by 11 millimeters. The Band 7's dimensions are 44.4 by 26 by 10 millimeters. So what are we seeing? Yep, it's become thinner, but it's also longer and wider. So it's only a half truth that they're marketing. Yeah, it's become thinner, but it's also become larger. Anyways, let's get on to another feature which I find, well, is a downer. It might not be a fault, but it does sound like a con. The Band 7 gets TrueScene 4.0 technology. That means that the optical heart rate sensor on the back of this thing will measure your heart rate, well, quite accurately, but not any better than the previous year's model. So basically the Band 6 has exactly the same technology on the back here. Now, why do I think it's a con? Well, basically, the other smartwatches in the Huawei smartwatch and fitness tracker range, starting from the Huawei Watch Fit 2, which is the next one up from this thing, they all use 5.0 technology. So TrueScene 5.0. This is the only model that carries the old technology from the previous year onto the tracker. Now that's not quite fair, because if you are really into your health and fitness, you would expect better results than last year or better than on the previous model, which is actually cheaper. But no, you still get the same results, and this is proven and evidenced by the heart rate tests and comparisons that we've done between this tracker and the Band 6. Anyways, let's look at another con that I found with this tracker. Technology moves on. Things get better. We should get more options, especially for more dosh that we're ready to splash out. Well, with the Band 7 you get 96 sport modes. They are goal-based. That's amazing. You get 4 auto-recognized activities. That's also great. It's 580 and water resistant. Sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, but the previous model had exactly the same specs with exactly the same sensors. So here comes the question. With all of the things we've just discussed, yeah, there is a slight difference in how the two trackers look, but it's ever so slight. You get some more cool colors on this tracker, but then again, you can just change the straps now. That's quite easily done. But should you be overpaying 25% for some of the changes, which are so mild that most likely you're not even going to notice, where most of the features, the design, the display have actually stayed the same? Anyways, thank you for watching this review and the 5 cons that I don't like on the Band 7. Tell me what you think about these cons. Do you agree with my line of thinking? If you don't agree with my point of view, then please write the comments below. Also, if you have enjoyed it, please drop me a like. And if you want to see more of the same, if you want to see the reviews, the comparisons, the heart rate accuracy tests, you know what to do. Please click the red subscribe button below the video, and I'll see you in the next one.